The blooming azaleas sway in the gentle breeze as an infant coyote frolics through the freshly clipped turf of Del Uric Golf Course, where in a few days one of our Rotarian brothers will slip his arms through the famous Blue Jacket and enter his name into the history books. As we speak, the sublime chirping of the tufted cactus wren and the magnolia warbler envelop Alvernon Way in a melody befitting of these hallowed grounds, just across the street from the Rotary headquarters. Hello, friends. I am Bob Logan, your Rotary president and your host. Let's experience together a tournament unlike any other, the Rotary Match Play World Championships, a beloved tournament we look forward to each and every year. Sit back and relax. Every Rotary golfer comes to Del Uric Golf Course impugned with a towering source of inspiration. It's a solitary journey, but it is one that no player makes alone. For a young boy who aspires to be a Rotary golf champion someday, what does his imagination look like? Some say your imagination can take you by the hand and guide you. It can guide you to a place where you are lost in your own universe, where moments of the past shape actions of the future. Then one morning, the sands of time tell you that the actual championship day has arrived, while your imagination tells you that one day your dream will be realized. This is the Rotary Club of Tucson World Match Play Championship. It is a tradition unlike any other. Let's meet our competitors. For a man living a nomad Air Force lifestyle as a youngster, his greatness was achieved by his time at Cartridge World, selling ink to anyone who wanted it. Chuck Sawyer. A little boy from Texas, Roger Harwell, lived out his vision by personally speaking with Paul Harris one time at a Rotary meeting. Amazing. Dave Eagleton, clearly the tournament favorite, left the safety of building missiles for a living at Raytheon. His father's words to his son were, "Son, don't think it ain't been charming." And then our champion, Jim Lubinski. From his days in Illinois to the comfort of playing with a bunch of numbers for a living at Bookman's, he took the improbable dream of finishing first and delivered to his dad a perfectly offered script that is still being written to this day. Del Uric Golf Course has celebrated the golfing careers of nearly every Rotary Club of Tucson legendary name that the game has ever produced. Generations are defined by those who won the Rotary Club of Tucson World Match Play Championship. Fathers forever remember, and sons who are now fathers, it's simply the circle of life at Del Uric Golf Course. Paul Harris built this foundation of this tournament, a journey born in the heart from a father to a son, always by their side in life and in death. For each Rotary champion, the journey's sweet ending is the same, the Paul Harris Cabin. It is time now to enter the venerable Paul Harris Cabin, where the tradition of the Blue Jacket ceremony occurs under the flickering light of the fireplace and the warm glow of the moment. So please join me. Well, thank you very much. Here we are in the venerable Paul Harris Cabin, and I'm with the champion of the Rotary Match Play World Championship, Jim Lubinski. Congratulations, Jim.
Thank you, Bob.
So tell us a little bit about your round that you had out there.
Well, came out with opening jitters and lost the first hole. I was playing Dave McElroy Eagleton, and so a little bit nervous there. But then I was able to bring out the worst in him over the next 5 or 6 holes, and I actually played pretty well, and it was a great victory.
So a lot of people in the Rotary group thought that, is it possible that Dave Eagleton actually totally sucked that day, or were you just on fire?
I think it was a combination of both. I was able to bring out the worst in my opponents in every match for some reason, and I played reasonably well. I shot under handicap, he shot right at handicap, and the end result was good.
And then staying on that theme, your Rotary buddies, there are not many people that really thought that you would win this tournament. Most people thought that you were a severe underdog. And so tell us about how you overcome all those obstacles to win this championship.
Well, they were right. I mean, I actually had to play in. I was a qualifier.
Were you?
I played more matches than anyone else to get there. So it was kind of an ego thing, Bob. You know about ego.
A little bit.
So I figured that, I had something to prove there. So I played really steady all the way through, never had any major blow-ups. And like I said, every one of my opponents played worse than their handicap in each one of the rounds. So I was pretty happy with how I did.
So I noticed you're wearing your full Masters Augusta National regalia. Tell us, was Del Uric very similar to Augusta National that day?
Virtually identical. It was playing, the greens were like lightning, and the gallery was intense out there. And having been there in 1996.
Oh, me in 1994, actually.
Very cool. I had some experience there, so I was able to bring that across, and I think that helped me a lot that day.
That's great. Well, we have somebody we need to give some props to, the tournament commissioner, Wayne Meyer. Tell us about the tournament and what he did to make this thing happen.
Wayne has been awesome. Wayne has been the glue behind the whole Rotary golf group for years right now. And for a while, Wayne wasn't even playing because he had a hip injury, which he has come back from, and he's playing really well. But Wayne kind of pushed through to get this going, and all of the kudos to Wayne for making this happen, and he's got other things lined up for us in the future.
That's great, that's great. Well, I think it might be time for the tradition of the Rotary Blue Jacket. Would you like to don the blue jacket?
I absolutely would.
Let's
it's
do
what
that
I've
right
been
now.
playing for all this time.
Well,
it almost fits, too.
Yeah, it could have been altered a little bit, but it's with love that we put this on you.
And I really like the expensive embroidered sticker.
Hold on, let me stick it down a little bit.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah,
there, I
that's
was
better.
gonna say. And we also have the World Rotary Match Play Championship trophy that I'd like to share with
And I've cleared space on my shelf for this specifically, too.
you. There you go.
Look at this.
Just to, I don't know if you can zoom in or not, but just to show you the scale of this thing, it's easily about 2.5 to, there you go, 3 inches tall. It's a stunning piece of memorabilia for Jim. Congratulations. Then the traveling trophy, of course.
I will treasure these. I have places designated in my office for them already.
Congratulations, Jim Lubinski, our Rotary World Match Play Champion.